it's all loud and windy, so hey, there's never been a better time for a video. Where am I? Alright, so that right there is a church full of moral decay. Look at this face of bored disapproval. Look at all that moral decay. Now that one, that actually has very little moral decay. A lot less than the standard around here. Now, there's a speed limit of 35, and on this pole, 2 weeks ago, I put this card. Everything's loud in this neighborhood. What can you do? What am I, an all-powerful deity? But just now, I put this card here on this side, and this card here under this thing. Hey, since I'm at two churches, may as well review the sins. You know, Christians always put sin in a light that's really unhelpful, like sin is somehow hurting other people, or it's like making God mad because he just likes setting arbitrary rules. But sin is its own punishment. So really, sin is self-hatred. One moment. Thanks for lingering there for a moment longer than necessary, man. Alright, approaching a fire hydrant. So what are the sins? Oh, who can remember? They're all basically the same thing. It's funny, it's almost like there's no point in listing them off. This fire hydrant here has a card on it. It's quite faded. QZ over LA. That fading is important, but it doesn't have an exchange-o-metron. Well, let's see. There's gluttony. I hate to tell you this, but if you're fat, then you're a glutton. Now I know what people say, blah blah blah, hey, I'm not saying that the world isn't working against you. It definitely is. You know, food is delicious. Maybe your metabolism is shit. There's all kinds of fucking chemicals in everything. But if you're consuming more than your body is burning, then you're behaving illogically because you're hauling around a bunch of extra ass, thus making life harder for you, thus putting more strain on everything. As you can see, even though I eat 3,800 calories a day, I'm no glutton. So how about vanity? Well, I'm obviously not vain, but why is vanity a sin? Well, it's needy. Like, you care about what you look like instead of what you do. Your choices are just, how do I get through life with people having a favorable impression of me? Let me internalize that as my own sense of worth. Vanity, like, what do I look like? Well, I mean, it's easy to look good. I mean, it's like, even I could look good if I put in some effort. It's pointless, though. It's focusing on the wrong thing, and it's just kind of leaving yourself at the mercy of people's eyeballs, giving you a life of tension. Vanity and pride are pretty closely related. There's a reason pride is the worst sin. Hey, look, a painting leaving. Pride is the sin that allows all the other sins to function. I mean, yeah, it's just that simple. Right? Like, well, yeah, sure, reality says this, but I'm me, motherfucker. It don't apply. Loud shit coming by. Pride is why every gambler thinks they have a system. It's like, oh yeah, I lost money, but man, I have a system. I have a system that'll allow me to win. Gamblers with their system. Yeah, your system is fuck away all your money, get some more money, fuck that away, then get some more money, and fuck it away. And that's the system. But the pride keeps them from seeing that. And it's like that with all the sins. Yeah, sure, there's this obvious truth. but because I'm me, it will somehow work out differently than all of the mathematics say it will work out. You know, when I was younger, I always used to think that Christians said that whole pride is a sin thing because they don't want people to just stand up for themselves and be like, you know, all this is a bunch of bullshit and I don't really have to do anything you say. And that's kind of true, but it doesn't mean that pride isn't a sin. God, everything is so fucking loud. Oh, look. Police in the ghetto. What was I talking about? Sins or something? By the time all the loud shit stopped, I already got back to my place, and now more loud shit. Everything is loud in the hood. It's probably just another fatal shooting, nothing to be concerned about. You know, the thing I think is amazing is how very few people think about this. Human foibles are very predictable and well known to humans. Human civilization has been around for quite some time. Tens of years, maybe even hundreds, possibly thousands. When humans have predictable, exploitable cognitive weaknesses, and you have an evolving civilization, what do you suppose that civilization evolves to do? That's right, exploit them. So, the reason not to sin is so that you're not wasting your life jumping to the tune of all of the systems that have evolved over many, many years to exploit you. Vanity, pride, gluttony, sloth. Although there's not as much sloth these days. Got a hustle culture going on. It's like, I'm so busy and burned out and that makes me important. No, it kind of makes you a chump, I'm sorry to say. Like, always being busy doesn't really mean much if you're not really doing anything worthwhile. Okay, now the police are yelling to come out now, and there's 2 police cars. Got an unfolding drama over here. Maybe I should get down in case there's gunshots. On the other hand, I don't really like being alive, so maybe I should get out in the open right in the path of a bullet. Nah, can't think like that, Lordy. Oh yeah, I gotta focus. My list of sins. What about envy? Well, let me tell you something. There's no objectively correct amount or quality of things to have. There just isn't. So, you can either view it in a way where you can be happy, or view it in a way that gives you a ceaseless hunger that you can burn away your life on. Right? Like, what is envy? It's like, oh, look, a person has better things than I have, and that makes me angry with them. Well, to maintain psychological homeostasis, then, you can't view your own things as nice, or then you would have to be angry with yourself. Since you don't want to be angry with yourself for having nice things, instead, you can just never view your things as nice, which feeds back into the envy of other people who have nicer things. Even if you work really hard and you get nicer things, well, there's going to be somebody who has even nicer things. You won't appreciate your things. You will want those. Work hard, get nicer things, still be unsatisfied. So you've chosen to view the matter in a way that fucks you over and puts you on a treadmill. Sin is always its own punishment. And again, there's no objectively correct amount or quality of things to have, so you're not in any way obligated to do any of that shit. You're just choosing to. It's really silly, you know. Oh geez, these police are serious. They have their guns drawn. But, you know, I got my Lord shit to do. I can't just wait around all day trying not to get shot. And I got these magic paints, this painting leaving, and this length of string, and there's a pit in front of the African church. So I'll just take the path that's less likely to me getting shot by a stray bullet here. Although it's still entirely possible. Alright. We got 3 cops. Okay, their guns aren't drawn anymore, so maybe the situation is de-escalating. I'll just try to skedaddle on away from it. See that? Don't worry, that's perfectly normal in this neighborhood. Anyway, I gotta pause to tie the string around the painting, leaving in the paint. Alrighty. String tying accomplished. So all sins have a similar basis. 1, denying the truth. 2, trying to create an asymmetry. Because sin's a reflection of the imbalance that creates the information. With the envy, right, it's like trying to create an asymmetry or correct an asymmetry. Oh, somebody has something better than me. Oh, I want to have better things than other people. It's treating arbitrary things like they're absolute. Sorry, I'm just still thinking about that cop situation. Fortunately, no one notices the madman with the magic paint. Just slipped right on by. Oh, what do we have here? Should I take this with me? Nah. That's where it goes. One thing I never hear Christians talk about is how tribalism is a sin. It seems like somebody should mention that. Somebody just nailed a board to that for some reason. Don't get distracted. Tribalism is a sin. Why is it a sin? Well, anybody who pays attention to anything knows that all kinds of bad shit comes out of tribalism. But of course, the Christians can't say this because then they couldn't be like, well, join our tribe of Christians. Every tribe always talks about how their tribe is the fucking solution to the problem, when tribalism itself is usually the problem. Hey, look at this. A dead snake. Is that somehow symbolic? No, probably just got stepped on. Oh, painted lady. Check on me. The ace has migrated from its position under this piece of wood to being wedged between there. No need for intervention from me. Actually, you see a lot of Christians being like, you need to have pride in America and be a proud Christian. It's like, you do realize that's a sin, right? Like, you should know that pride's a sin, so why are you trying to have pride in things? Do you even take anything seriously? People love that, like, oh, you're not proud of America. And it's like, well, since pride is a blinding force that makes things worse by preventing them from recognizing and correcting errors, it's not that wise to be proud now, is it? Okay, here we go. Finally reached the destination. African church. Oh, getting old. How old are you, Ray? Oh, fucking infinity. Alright, got a pit right here. There we go. Anchor it with a brick. Oh, magnesium capsules. Extra strength. Don't worry, I'm not going to take these. These are just for magical purposes. Sometimes I worry that the people in this church, one of them's going to see me and be like, hey, why you always leaving wacky shit next to our church? Why you always littering up our fucking light posts and lawn? And like, what am I going to say exactly? I can't lie, so I guess I'd have to say, oh, I'm just solving a 26-dimensional equation so that I can bring about the end of the world and rapture the good people away for a better world. You know how it is. It'll make your dreams come true, so I'm working for you. I don't know. Fortunately, it's never come to that, and it never will. Alright, nobody's there. Follow me. I'm good. Now this bottle of magnesium pills, you see the lid won't quite open. If you look there, there's a little bit of magic cardboard stuck to the lid with paint. Yes, that's magic paint. The acrylic. Now this doesn't go back to the house, no. The equation is all about exchanging things. Sometimes leave something and bring something back to the house, but this one goes to another church. Which church? The one we were just at. Alright, look at this. The police are gone, and I don't smell any gunpowder in the air. Well, I mean, not more than usual anyway, so that probably went well. Remember a while ago I had some magic paint water wrapped in door sign leavings that I left in a tube under that church? Well, it's time. Goddamn noisy shit. Anyway, like 35 noisy shits later, it's time to go retrieve that magic paint water surrounded by door sign leavings. More noisy goddamn shit. And replace it with the magnesium pills. By the way, the magic paint water is in an old bottle of fish oil pills. And yes, that does matter. I tell you, every day is leg day when you're the Lord. Now, I mean, maybe I'm delusional, but at least I get my steps in. I probably have some pretty good cardiovascular fitness. Just walking around, exchanging magic shit for other magic shit. Probably why I eat 3,800 calories a day. Just all these steps, getting these steps in. And hey, look, because I'm not wearing a shirt, I'm getting plenty of vitamin D from this sunlight. But then again, I drink like 2.5 gallons of chocolate milk every week. I probably have superlative vitamin D levels. Might even start developing vitamin D poisoning. Who knows? We'll see how it goes. Alrighty, just passed an ongoing domestic dispute that might turn into another cop situation. We'll see how that goes on the way back. Now I'm starting to get a little dehydrated. I could have drank some water. Don't you mean could have drunk? Grammar, Ray. Oh, shut up. I could have drunk some water before I set out on this journey in the hot sun, but I need to be a little dehydrated before I buy and drink some distilled water from Family Dollar. Not all water is the same, and I need some water from a different place. Fortunately, this is the 21st century where that is not difficult to do. Alrighty, here we are. See that right there? The door sign leavings are bright green, so you'd think somebody'd notice that and plug it out, but I guess nobody's that observant. Just as I left it. Magnesium pills deposited. There's still magic paint water in there. It didn't evaporate away or leak out somehow. Excellent. I keep thinking of like how to explain what I'm doing here with these cards. Like those cards that I put over there change the specific composition of the channels that are generating reality in this local region. I want to say that it creates a scalar field gradient, but then some nerd would be like, right, a scalar field by definition is invariant. Yeah. Explanation aborted. Alrighty, so here we are at the church next door, the one that doesn't have the moral decay. What's this on this post? It appears to be some sort of Lord technology. Better grab that. Put the string around the paint, water, and painting leavings for transport home. Everything's going swimmingly. So I mentioned that this drains Leph ontology into that church. Oh hey, the noise stopped. It's fine, whatever. Oh man, I'm so stuffy. I might have allergies on top of the mold infestation in my sinuses. In a moment, I'm going to try to pick some boogers. Anyway, what I didn't mention is that the Left ontology that's drained into the church is Left ontology that I haven't yet put into this. So it kind of has a negative amount of Left ontology, which I need to fill up. But what would happen if I didn't do it? I mean, I guess it would create some kind of fatal paradox, so I should probably fill it up with the Left ontology. Some guy left a comment saying how, oh, this isn't cute anymore, Ray, you should do this to better your life. That guy has like $30,000 in credit card debt and very poor cardiovascular fitness. Meanwhile, I mean, I'm not rich, but I do have savings. I make more than I spend, and I have good cardiovascular fitness. Like, really, the biggest problem in my life is that goddamn mold. So do I really need to better myself? Seems like I got a system that works. I mean, let's think about it. Would my time really be better spent, like, posting on Twitter? Or getting on LinkedIn? You know, really trying to sell myself. You gotta sell yourself, right? You know, craft a perfect CV, you know, with all of my strengths, you know, and apply to a job. Of course, it's a ghost job, so apply to 100 of them until I get a couple that aren't ghost jobs. Go in for an interview, clean shaven. Then after getting hired, it's it's immediately annoying, but then continues to get worse. I don't know, man. I don't really feel like I'm down for all of that. I'm pretty happy with my routine, you know. Get the apples and mix nuts before I go to work. It's not too stressful, it's kind of hot, but it's steady and stable. It's not actively getting worse. Make more than I need to live, not a lot more, but enough to have a little savings every month. I don't know, my system seems to be working. Not 30,000 in debt, I can say that much. Alright, so take the magic paint water, dump out the burnt offerings, then invert that over the holy water. Excellent. Now the Lord technology, that goes downstairs. Wish I could drink some water, but it's gotta be non-local water, preferably distilled. So, take the Lord technology, hang it from the same nail as the magic mirror so that the faith energy that it harvested can flow through these strings and be distributed through the markers via the correct ontological wires. Wait, that's in the right configuration. Oh shit. This one right here. Oh, almost left it on the wrong ontological wire. All the other gods would laugh if they existed, which they definitely don't. Alright, he took off the magic necklace. Now you might notice this is a star, and as I mentioned, that draws from a stable sink. I often use it to use small amounts of holy lucre to do small miracles to make the math work out. In this case, I always have to cross these ontological barriers, and me crossing them would disrupt them without a tiny miracle. So that necklace encapsulates me with Nif ontology, lets me pass right through the ontological barriers without disrupting them. It's all very tidy. Alright, now this card, remember this one from outside? Gotta move this from there to here. Alright, time to go get some water. Have a nice day.